Hello, world, and welcome to the Fahnz' office. Today, I am here with my friend Jack Draper, who has a fight coming up in 1 week's time on Sunday, September 26th, in the southeast of England for the United Kingdom Boxing Council. Jack Draper is going to be defending his heavyweight championship belt. He is the English heavyweight champion. Jack Draper, welcome to 𝗸𝗶ＨF.TV. How are you doing today, my friend?
Yeah, very well, mate. Very well. Yourself?
Excellent. Yeah, I'm doing super, my man. Thank you for asking. It's good to talk with you again. I always enjoy these discussions. And again, this time we get to talk about an upcoming fight. You're fighting next Sunday. How are you feeling about your upcoming title defense?
Finally being able to fight this year after pushback after pushback, after cancellation after cancellation. I'm finally 1 week away from fighting, and it feels so good.
I bet. Hey, you the last fight you had, if not mistaken, was your title earning bout with the United Kingdom Boxing Council. Is that correct? That was your...
Yep, 2 years ago exactly.
Man, that's just unreal. We had you scheduled in to challenge the Canadian bare knuckle boxing champion Bobby Zombie Brents, and COVID went and put a kibosh to that whole thing.
Yep.
You were looking to fight at Ragnarok as well. That event never ended up going off. You've been put through the ringer, my man. How are you doing mentally with this fight coming up?
Well, I'm focused on this fight now. Do you know what I mean? I've put all that in the past, but after this fight, I am taking a break from it all. This past year has just been nothing but exhaustion. It's been training camp after training camp, and then a training camp cancelled, the fight got cancelled, then another training camp, then the fight got cancelled. And I've done that three times this year for all three fights to be cancelled. So right. This is my fourth training camp this year, and obviously fighting next week. So yeah, after this fight, I'm having a break for a little while.
Yeah, that's got to take a toll on you mentally. Absolutely, hey.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Man, in that same sense, it must feel nice that next weekend you get to punch somebody in the face and get some of that pent up aggression out.
Definitely. I can't wait.
Now, who is your opponent in this bout?
It's a guy called Johnny Nash. He's from a place called Portsmouth. It's down south a bit further. Nice. I don't really know too much about him, to be honest with you. I think this is his first bare knuckle fight. He's had a lot of glove. He's had a lot of glove boxing matches. Like I said, I watched a couple of clips of him, but he's boxing with gloves on, so you can't really gauge a lot from it of how he's going to react with bare knuckle. But you know, I don't badmouth anyone, so I've got nothing for respect for him. He's the only one who the fight got offered to a few different people, and he was the only one that stepped up and said, "Oh, do you know what? I'll do it." So
yeah, that was my understanding. That was my understanding as well. Is that the finding a suitable opponent for you can get challenging because of one, the experience that you do have, and two, you're a super tough dude that a lot of people are intimidated to step into that squared circle against you, especially bare knuckle, man.
Yeah. Well, my promoter Pete, he put the challenge out to someone local to my area. Said, look, he put it out there, and no one, not one person messaged, not even out of interest. Just no one was up for it. So
right.
It's it's all that. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of good British heavyweight fighters out there.
There are
that do bare knuckle that would probably fight me, but they're signed to BKB or they've got other things going on with BFBA.
Correct.
Do you know what I mean? So yes, but at the time for this fight, he was the only guy really we could get to step in.
Yeah, well, I'm thankful that they did find somebody to step in, because I've been jonesing to see my buddy Jack Draper throw bare fists again, man. And this is going to be exciting to see it.
No, mate, honestly, it's going to be such a fucking relief. I can't wait to get in there and get it done.
I imagine.
But yeah, I've gone.
You've been training, like, your training regime, you've been training on and off because of the prior bouts that were scheduled and then that fell through and whatnot. But now you've had a bit of time to be able to focus on this bout. You're not looking past this bout by any means, but you already said that you're looking to take a little bit of time off afterwards to get everything back and sorted and focused and centered. And with this bout, where is your confidence coming from for this fight against somebody that you don't know a whole lot about? There is that surprise aspect that could be thrown in there. This guy could step in and be a lot better than what is perhaps perceived about him. How are you maintaining that confidence with everything in the past that's just been jumbling you?
Well, the one thing I've always done is I focus on myself. I don't worry about what my opponent's going to do. I worry about what I'm going to do. And as long as I've made sure that my abilities, my punches, my sharpness, my fitness, everything that I need to win that fight, I know that it's there and it's ready. And I've done all that in the gym. So this guy could be ready. He could be ready and he could surprise a lot of people. But so far, every time I've connected cleanly with someone, they've been put out. So
that is correct.
I know how hard I'm punching. I'm a lot heavier now. I'm sitting around about 20 stone in our weight, which your weight's probably, for you, that's around about 290 pounds or something like that, 285 pounds. I think I'm sitting at the moment.
Wow.
My opponent I'm fighting, roughly the same kind of weight. So yeah, I mean, the last time I fought, I was 16.5 stone. So but the thing is, I'm sitting a lot heavier, but I'm still just as sharp. I can still move as quick. I'm still fit. There's nothing in me. I've just put on a little bit of size, really. And so yeah, so like I said, I know what I can do. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I've watched some of the training videos that you've posted on social media. I can see that you are definitely, you still have your movement and your speed to you. Now with a little bit of extra weight, that along with that comes a little bit of extra power. You already had the power at the lower weight. Your opponent better be ready, right?
Definitely, 100%, 100%, mate.
Yeah.
Not only that, the hunger's there as well. You think 2 years out the ring, I've been dying to get back in that ring, and now I've finally got the opportunity. So there's a lot of pumped up aggression in me.
I can only imagine. This is an event that is a live event only. It's people can get tickets and go to the event. There is no pay-per-view for it, but after the event has taken place, the United Kingdom Boxing Council will be posting the videos of the fights and whatnot. Do they have a YouTube page or somewhere, a Facebook page that they'll be posting those to?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Yeah, when the video gets up and running and it gets posted to YouTube, I'll be sharing it all over my social media anyway for people to watch. So everyone has to keep an eye. Everyone keep an eye out on my Facebook and they'll be able to see it. Excellent.
That's what we'll do. That's what I'll be doing for sure. I want to be there. Obviously, there's no traveling and whatnot, and I'm ineligible for travel, so I can't be there in person. I want to be at your fights when I can, man. So I'm going to be doing my best that once you do have your rest and that you are ready to get back in there and put it all on the line. We're going to be still trying to get you that fight with the Canadian bare knuckle boxing, as well as with some of the other promotions over here like 𝗶𝘃𝗶𝗃𝗶𝗃 and BKFC. You've got interest in fighting over here when the world opens back up. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. The thing was, I got offered to fight for BFBA in England in November. But obviously, I've said the same thing. I said, look, man, I'm taking a bit of time off. I'm not. And then obviously, then as well, I was in talks with 𝗶𝘃𝗶𝗴𝗆 to fight on their card in December.
Yes.
And yeah, but it's not only I want to take a break anyway, but two fighters from England have both travelled to the US to fight for BKFC.
Yes.
Both of them have had to self-isolate in a different country for God knows how long first, and then go over there and then do the fight, and they both haven't had the results they wanted. And I know both of those fighters can fight a lot better than what they did on that show. And the fact that they've had to do all that self-isolating for 10 days in different countries, and it fucked with their flow, do you know what I mean? And
absolutely.
I'm not doing that. I'll wait. I'm just going to sit out. I'm going to sit on the sidelines and I'll wait until everything is back to normal and we can just travel straight to the country. There's no self-isolating. There's no bullshit. Yeah, so I'm just going to wait until that happens, then I'll be fighting in America. But until then, I'll just maintain fighting in England.
Yeah, there's plenty of promotions there that are available for you to fight when you are ready and when you do want to be back fighting. And it probably wouldn't even hurt to once you're back to have a fight over there to get your bearings again, and then put that drive to come back over to North America. Definitely.
Yeah, once I am back, I'm not going to be back now probably until the new year. And even then I'll see whether I'll be fighting for UKBC again or maybe a BFBA fight. It all depends on what the money is, I suppose. Follow the money, mate. That's what it's all about.
Well, of course, there is the aspect of getting paid for the bouts that you are going to have, but also where there are opponents that are willing to fight you. Yeah.
Like I said, on the bigger promotions, there's no trouble matching me.
No.
No. On the bigger ones, there's heavyweight. Like I said, there's loads of heavyweights out there, but because they're attached to those promotions, it's hard to get them to come down and fight me on this promotion that I've got local to me. So,
understandably.
Yeah, but we'll get something sorted out.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the way how the world has kind of been going through waves, right? Like it's up and down, travel's allowed, travel's not. You got passports, we're not going to have passports. It's a big thing right now that it's forcing a lot of fighters to really reevaluate everything that were previously thinking of with their dreams and their aspirations to fight everywhere else, where now a lot of fighters are concentrating on their homegrown roots, and it's doing great things for the local markets, for those fighters that are choosing to do so. We're seeing it here in Canada. Is there something similar happening over there in the United Kingdom?
Yeah, I mean, but obviously, they're doing the vaccinations and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I've had the first vaccination done, and the only reason why I went and got the vaccinations done in the first place is not because I'm worried about what's going to happen in the future or anything like that. I'm like, look, in the day, I'm young, I'm healthy, my immune system's good. I don't really need to. I've had COVID twice, and I've been fine both times.
Wow.
So for me, the only reason why I was going to get it is because they was going to bring in this COVID passport thing. You could travel if you've got both vaccinations done. Correct. So I got the first vaccination done about 7 or 8 weeks ago. And now there's talks that they're not going to do that now. They're scrapping the idea of a vaccine passport. So I'm just like, for fuck's sake, I couldn't have that done for no reason.
Yeah.
It's just, but yeah, I feel like you said, I mean, for me, I'm lucky. I'm young. I'm only 26. But there's a lot of fighters out there that are hitting retirement door, and they haven't been able to, like, imagine you're coming up to your retirement, and then something like this comes along and knocks off fighting for 2 years, and it's like like you're close to retiring. Like you haven't got that time to play with.
No.
But there's nothing you can do about it. Where I'm lucky, like I can go and take another 4 years off of fighting if I wanted to, and still be I'll be in my prime. Like I'll be 30 years old.
Correct.
So I've got nothing but time at the moment, so I don't need to be rushing off and trying to get things done all in one go. Like, the money would be nice, yeah, but I don't need to stress about all that at the moment. Do you know what I mean? And there are a lot of fighters out there that are like that, but there are some that are like are due to have their last couple of fights and they can't seem to get them.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. I'm glad that you do have the youth on your side with that, because what I was mentioning with the world going in those waves, we just really don't know what's around the next corner, right?
You really don't.
No, but and I'm really excited that this upcoming Sunday that you will be fighting. I'm thankful for that, because in our conversations that we've had and whatnot, I understand what it's like with the fighter mindset and just needing to get back out there and do what it is that you love to do.
Yep. And good thing as well, like next Sunday I've sold God knows how many tickets. I've got such a good support coming to watch me. While I've got it as well, actually, massive shout out to the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club. Mate, they have bought untold amount of tickets to come watch me fight, and they're coming from all over England, some of them. So yeah, massive shout out to those guys, mate. Without them, I wouldn't be earning as much money that I'm earning for this fight. They have boosted my ticket sales a lot. So yeah, massive shout out to those guys.
Beautiful, beautiful. Do you have any other sponsors that you would like to mention at this point?
Yep, my tattoo sponsor, Moogs Tattoos. He's freshened me up with fresh tattoos. Shout out to him, and 𝗸𝗶H Barbering. He's actually partners with my tattoo artist as well. They got a joint shop. Right. They both sponsored me. They paid for my kit, my shorts and my ring jacket. They sorted that out, as well as I get free haircuts and I get free tattoos. And beautiful. For a fighter, that goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? You got to look good for the fight. I'm due for a haircut actually for my fight. Got to get rid of this fucking whatever this is going on here. Yeah, so yeah, massive shout out to my sponsors, mate. Without sponsors, fighters can't fight. Every fighter needs sponsors backing them up, and I'm glad that I got both of those guys behind me. Beautiful.
And yeah, man, with I always tattoo sponsors, and I think it's super cool that with Moogs and JW, they got the joint place, that they're both in the same location. Like, that is super cool, man. I'd like to see more of that coming over here in Canada. We got a couple here. I'd like to see more of them, because I think that's super cool, man. Yeah, well, I've got a documentary coming out as well towards the end of the year. That's all. It was supposed to be from my start of my training camp until the Ragnarok fight in Norway. Obviously, everything could have happened with Ragnarok, so that got cancelled. So what we did, instead of just scrapping the idea of it, we thought, you know what, that will just add value to the documentary, and we've continued it on to this fight now for Sunday. Beautiful. So, but yeah, he's got plenty of footage of what's gone on from when I started camp to now. Excellent. Yeah, so that'll be good when that comes out. I'm really looking forward to when that comes out. Excellent. Is there any idea as to when that will be coming out? We aimed to get it out probably for November time. Nice. I should imagine. It all depends on how busy the guy is who's editing it all and all that kind of stuff. But we did say around about November time we was due to try and get it out for. Excellent. That would be wonderful to see that before the end of the year. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a good little. I'm not sure how long it's going to be. Obviously, he's doing all the editing side to it and all that. But we got plenty of good footage. I explained about my school times and where my little love for bare knuckle boxing started originally. From when I took him around my school. I took him to the place where I watched the first bare knuckle fight I ever saw. There's a field somewhere at a park. So I go into a lot about that, and so it's a lot. There'll be a lot of good stuff to see on that. Awesome. Yeah, that sounds super cool, man. And it's really cool. Yeah, really cool to be a part of that, right? Like having that, being that focused on you. That brings some value to you as a fighter as well. Yep. Yeah, awesome, definitely. Man. Yeah, that'd be good. Can't wait for that to come out. Beautiful. Me too. Well, Jack, I appreciate the time that you've made for me today, especially with the time change. It's getting late out there for you, and being a Sunday, a family day and whatnot. I really appreciate you making the time for me today.
That's all right, mate. No problem. No problem at all. It's always good to talk to you.
Is there any final words that you would like to say to anybody?
No, not that I can think of. Been put on the spot, really. I'm not good when things like this when get put on the spot. Yeah, nothing really I can think of.
Yeah, no, that's all good. You don't have any final words for your opponent before you put him to sleep next weekend?
No. I don't, you know me, mate. I don't do all that shit talk unless I don't like him. Then I've got no reason to shit talking, mate. So
no, absolutely, I agree.
But you are correct. He is going to sleep. I will say that.
That was one of the things that we had talked about that was to be predicted on this fight, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing if it all plays out the way that you got planned, my man.
Definitely, 100%.
Right on. 100%. Well, everybody, I appreciate you tuning in to 𝗸𝗶ＨIS.TV. I am Jeff the Superfan. He is Jack the Spartan Draper, and we are signing out from the Fahnz' office.